Welcome in, everyone, to tonight's lovely game. We were dealing with problems because the system decided to bork everything, but we're going to do the best we can and deal with it over the next week. Without further ado, I'm going to give a quick shout out to the Forge, our hosting service for Foundry. Neither the Forge nor Foundry are responsible for the issues we're having tonight. They're actually working fine. Something else is messed up. So, need hosting for Foundry? Check out Forge. They've done great. Without further ado, hi players. How's everyone?
Good. Super good.
Dealing with that, my brain's all chaotic, so just do popcorn. Sorry. Go ahead and tell me what's going on with your character and what's happening in their minds right now, and we'll get things underway.
Gilway is still vomiting from the tower experience. He's not very happy.
I think Bilvard's still a little rough around the as well, roughed up. He sat Guawei down to try to help him. He said he needed some time, so Bilvard kind of barely scrapes by and goes to the medics, both for himself and to alert them of Guawei's current predicament, vomiting a lot of blood, which is not exactly something exactly a state of being you want to be in. And so
blood, not exactly what you want to be in. No, you don't want to be in that at all. Okay.
Ever, right? So yeah, Bilvard's kind of defeated. He's kind of humbled. He's quiet. He's going. He has his head down the whole time, and he's go to the medics, and he doesn't really know what to do. Doesn't have anything to say. He's getting treated for the injuries that he's in, and he's just letting that happen and reflecting on what just happened. He thought he could take everything on.
So I'm guessing is going to be kind of shocked at the lack of composure that so many of his compatriots showed during the fight, and the panicking and freaking out, and conversely, very impressed with Amiko's ability to keep her composure and still do what needed to be done.
Yeah, Amiko's fine. She doesn't know what the big deal was. I mean, she didn't get hurt at all, so she's fine. She's happy to be out of the tower to do what she really wants to do. That's to do some research on some things.
Okay.
I guess 47's a bit miffed still, but overall he's where he wants to be. He's got his food. I assume he's kind of in the storeroom, eating out of the industrial size, the non-surfing container, just sitting in the pantry, sketching some of the beasts you've seen. He's a bit annoyed, but still that's his thing, his bread and butter. So he's kind of eagerly jotting down some notes on that with his dog. Again, not supposed to be in there, but oh well.
Okay.
Young is happy that he is out of the tower and that the way he thought that the token would work isn't the way that it actually works, because otherwise he would have been left behind. And he just wants to, get some sort of idea as to what the college thinks the Academy thinks level 4 on a first try is that good? Is that average? Is that bad? He doesn't know. He hopes that it's good so that we can be involved in actually doing something outside of the tower that's not sitting just in our one little place, kind of, and be a little bit more helpful to those who need it, like the people who got stolen and taken away, or something like this. He doesn't necessarily know if we're, quote, ready, but he doesn't believe that waves upon waves upon waves upon waves of just battle with no reason should be a marker for how we might conduct ourselves out in the world. So he's a little bit confused. I'll leave it with that.
Yeah, understandable. And was that everyone? I think so. So everyone has had a bit of an exciting time here with the whole dealing with the tower. They all had a bit of different feelings on the matter. But it was rough. You find out that 4's fairly decent. It's not the best, not the worst. But it was good. They don't expect you to go very far in your first try. The point is for you to understand what the tower is. And you could say, you all understand better now what the tower is. So
It's
what
the
does
place
anyone
that nearly
do?
gets you killed. When
Oh
you're
yeah,
first,
it definitely can get you killed.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so it's definitely a place you can get hurt bad. You also do know that you get to go there again. You know that this was kind of just the preliminary find out what this tower thing is. So where do you all head to deal with the fatigue, wounds, weariness, etc. from the tower?
Bath. Bathroom,
Yeah, just
bathtub.
going to the bath.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in there for honestly a few hours and just try and go to my happy place.
Probably find some place to meditate and heal my wounds. Take time to just contemplate and heal, and then clean my sword, and then clean myself, eat, and go to bed. And I will do everything after the cleaning of the sword as efficiently as possible.
Would you do your meditation stuff at the place you were at before, kind of the temple area, or would you go do your woods at the
Over at the temple area.
the actual hospital?
Right. The temple area would work if that's
Okay.
quiet.
Yeah. Okay. Four left.
Emika's gonna wash all the blood and guts off of her. She is
So
filthy
you're gonna do the
right
bath
now.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
being relatively unhurt, Kyung is going to go to the stable and see if he can take a mount out to ride for, I don't know, an hour or something, and he'll try and ride around the countryside, just around like close to, where we are, but like not into the forest or anything, just out in the whatever open plains there are, wherever people normally go out to ride. He'll go out to ride, and he'll be on the lookout for anyone that may need help. When he brings the horse back, he would talk to the stable hand and see if he can brush the horse down himself, if they would let him do that. He would just wander slowly back to his rooms afterwards to wandering the little village that we're in, or the academy that we're in, and he would check in with maybe a couple of storekeepers or whatever. If they were bringing in signs or outside wares or whatever, he would stop by and he would ask them if he could give them a quick hand to help them bring things in, and gradually make his way back. It's probably a little bit after dinner time when he gets back, so it's probably half cold. And probably, they're packing up, and he sort of comes in and realizes that they're not quite fully packed up, but some of the foods have been packed up, so he might not get quite the meal that everyone else got. The servers might look up at him and sort of give him a bit of a look, because that they were about to finish packing up and he arrived, so they had to take the lid off and dish him out something, and he would sit down and he would eat, and he would ask them if he can help them clean up afterwards to make up for the fact that they had to do a little bit of extra work because he was late. And these are the sorts of things that Gyang would do.
Sounds good.
I think after Bilvard goes and gets fixed up and everything, I think the whole time he's kind of thinking to himself, like, I should have done more. We were in a situation where we were just presented with this supposed tower, and we were told that, we did an all right job, run of the mill, and yet his life was really on the line there. Like, this all right job nearly cost him everything, his whole being. And so the whole time he's kind of reflecting on that, and he's although he enjoyed the experience and he feels like he's grown from it, he is quite sort of upset that he didn't do more, and that others were scared, even though this was just the run-of-the-mill experience apparently, and this is all we could do, it feels. But more than anything, what they regret from the experience was that they look back on it and they don't feel like they did a good enough job as a protector and helping people with their morals and being there for everybody and to make sure that nobody was hurt. And so he thinks back at the experience and he remembers how, Zangetsu and Emiko, they held their composure. And yet he wasn't there for characters maybe like Guawei or Gyang or 47 when they kind of struggled with the experience, whether physically or emotionally. And so he remembers, okay, Guawei wants a space, but he's a bit curious to see, how Gyang and 47 are. And so I guess Bilvard, he finally gets up after being treated and sitting down and meditating for a bit. And I guess he goes and knocks on Gyang's door, maybe hoping to see that he's there. And so he knocks. Maybe he isn't, maybe he's doing work, but that's the first place he decides to go. Maybe he's there, maybe he can just check up on him. So Hello, is Gyang? Are you inside? I just want to check if you're here.
So is this after dinner that you're doing this? Sorry.
Yeah. So like after dinner, we all eat. I'm eating in silence. I decided to go check there, and I did
You're
not
about
eat
to
dinner.
go there probably when you see Gyang walking in as they're starting to like clean up everything, and like it looks like he may have missed dinner.
Right.
Well, he missed dinner.
Just about.
Okay. Then I think as I see him, I'm like, Gyang, do you have a minute? Just can I have you aside for just a moment? I won't take time.
So Gyang looks at him and looks at the food that is still being packed up. And he's like, just 1 minute. He'll sidle over and gets those crazies from the servers, gets his food and sits down and goes, now Gyang has a minute.
This is good. Yes, let's over meal. I like this. He kind of awkwardly laughs, which is not really like Bilvard. Usually he's always really, impolite, impatient. But he lets Gyang do this. And so he lets the guy have his meal. He sits down. He's like, and he kind of reflect, like he's reflecting on the battle and everything. And he kind of, sort of in a somber way, he looks up at Gyang. He's like, Gyang, I understand the importance of keeping things to self. Everyone has reasons to join Academy. Some for righteous reasons, they want to be hero. Some want to protect themselves. But if I may intrude on this policy, why are you here? I see you in battlefield, and I see hesitation. I see fear, and I don't understand why you come to Academy of marshals like this, and this is not something you are ready for. Is this okay? You don't, no need to reply. Again, everyone has their reasons. I just it baffles me.
Okay, so Gyang would lick his fingers, and they are caked in like whatever the fingernails. There's the dirty fingernails because he hasn't gone up and washed. He just basically got in and immediately got his food because otherwise he was going to miss out. And yeah, he would look over at you and he says, "This is not just military academy. You know that many skills taught here. Gyang was invited by Academy to come because Gyang saved or helped save ship from being taken by pirates. Gyang took over when Captain was hurt to bring it back to shore. Gyang been a fisher for many years and traveled much along the rivers and bays, ferrying goods, and Gyang has been seen to do well in that, so he invited. Gyang not care for fighting meaningless creatures meaninglessly. You just want to help and get better and make sure people not taken or mistreated. Everyone deserves to be treated fairly and have access to services and goods, but that's not the case. Only rich and well-off people have that access, and Giang came to see if he could change.
I like this. Yes, yes. No, this is good reason. I like. Do you feel like you will make difference? Does tower make sense to you? I feel like at the moment I had not seen this level of determination. I see it in your eyes now. There is a goal, but I hadn't seen it in the battlefield. I suppose I come here to remind you that you are fighting for something. As little sense as it makes, that determination now, keep it with you. Yes? Next time we go inside, I want to see the spirit. I like this. This is attitude that will bring us success. Next time we go in there, this is what I want to see, yes?
Well, next time we go in there, there's something I want to see too.
Okay, interesting. What such thing could you want to see from Tower?
Less monsters.
That is very good request.
He goes,
I
no,
hope-
but seriously, you were very excited going into Tower. You were very thrilled and you had all of your enthusiasm, and that was fine. But we got in there and you got your ass kicked. So maybe, just know that being hurt is bad, and we only just have one life, you know? So just be cautious and maybe listen to us, because we said there might be issues, but you're not here.
Yes. We will see about this. Is learning experience. Now we're stronger, so hopefully we have more monsters, but we're more equipped to take them. Is what I say. But it's good. I'm glad to see that you are at least doing okay. Just good to see you. Wanted to check. And he
You
started
stand up even as you're talking, right? Like almost interrupting your line of thinking, and he's like clanging the dishes together, and he's like taking all of the things off the table, and he's walking up towards the serving table, and he's like nodding as you're talking. He's not meaning to be rude, but he's
just like, we gotta
used
get
to
this
just
going.
like working. And so
As
and
you
you'll see
walk
him-
past back towards the kitchen,
Yeah.
you feel a hand snatch your arm.
Okay, sure. Okay, Giang will stop and look at wherever the hand is coming from.
You see an old shopkeeper who you helped. So you didn't get as much food. Here, take this basket with you. Eat this. It's good food.
Giang looks at him and them and says, Giang feel full enough, not need extra, but thank you so much. Are you sure that you have enough?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you. Enjoy.
Giang will address this shopkeeper by name, because he'll remember that.
I'm
and
trying to...
no, it's all right. Like, I'm just...
Here.
Yeah. And we'll just thank them and say, look forward to coming back and seeing more wares when you're restocked. And if there's anything I can do for when new stock arrives, or if you need clean, you come to Giang.
So
And yeah, he'll take the food very, very gratefully.
let's see. I have some names created, and I created some basic jobs for him, and I'm trying to remember which one it was that was that.
That's all right. We can touch base
Yeah.
in a bit. Cool. All right, so as described, Kyung will just maybe assist them to clean up his own mess because he's like probably the last one, and that will be my thing for now. Thank you.
Yeah. I think Bilvard just sort of, as he sees that you're busy, he sort of pats you on the back. He's like, yeah, good job. He respects this sort of thing. He does want to check on 47 real quick. So he does go knocking on their door afterwards. He noticed that they weren't eating, which is interesting. He didn't notice them during lunch. And so maybe he hopes to see them in the room. And so he also knocks there. He's like, hello, 47, I think name is. Not sure. Funny dog, man. Who, dog. Is Bilvard? Is anyone in there?
I think 47 kind of just instinctively opens the door and does that weird double take you do when there's like the mailman at the box. He's like, and he kind of just keeps staring at him. He's inside. He has not tried to kill him yet, so he does not pull a knife on him. And he kind of just stares at him, and he kind of has the storeroom's like entire satchel of bread in the corner of his room.
I think Bilvard's kind of happy to see that he's, he has food in there and that he's all right. I think Bilvard, without even being requested to come inside, he's like, it's good to see you. Come. And he goes inside and he sits. And he kind of gestures at 47 to come talk with me without 47's permission. Hey, come, I have questions. I have to see how you are doing.
I feel like 47 kind of just squint with the cops or something. What do you kind of just gestures at the, what, you want bread? What is it about?
Oh, I will take bread, but no, I come here to talk. But bread is accepted. Come sit. I make quick.
I think 47 kind of just keeps standing ominously in the corner of his own room like a scared cat, but he's still looking at him. He has his attention.
Okay, I see that maybe nerves are still high, but I make things quick. 47, by the way, 47 is interesting name. Why, actually, that is interesting. Why they call you this? Your name is Number. I don't understand this.
47 kind of stares at the guy. I cost 47 yen.
I
don't have a name.
I think Bilvard kind of hears this. I think he gets what's exactly going on, and it's something that he really dislikes. I think he kind of grimaces. He's kind of annoyed by this. No, this shall not do. I will call you Swift Fox. How is this? Fox, because you are like you're like clever. You have nimble. I like this. You are like Fox. This is your name now. I call you this. Yeah, nickname because we're friends. Sit down with me, folks. Come.
But he kind of just begrudgingly sits at this point. He's kind of somewhat bemused by the situation, but he sits. He's a bit endeared by the name, at least. It's something. It's better than a number.
Folks, I come here. Simple question. Tower was sure something. It was a lot, eh? But we pulled through. But I can't help but feel like I didn't do enough. I try my best. I try to be the shield, but I still notice fear in your eyes. Why? Why is this? Where is the determination? Why you come here? I still don't follow.
Met him in the street and kind of nonchalantly takes his knife and stabs it into the bag. And takes out a roll of bread and starts eating it directly from the knife. They have a load of bread here. A load of bread on the street.
Yes, this I get, but really, why? Is it survival? Do you wish to have riches? Is there a reason, really? What make you accept this?
I feel like 47 doesn't fully trust him yet, because doesn't want the whole situation, especially after Bilbar. He kind of thinks he's kind of in on it. So he kind of just stares at him for a bit longer. I could ask you the same, big fella. Strolling into town, but where's your shirt?
No, well, battle is over. No need for this, eh? I make long story short. I come here to do my job as shield. He kind of like sits down and he thinks to himself. He goes quiet. Well, when I was young, I was in village. Very beautiful. It's north of here, not too far. We were hunters. This is what we would get, and he kind of grabs some pelt. We would hunt creatures, and we'd provide people with the resources to have clothes, to have shelter. This was important to us. When I was on the hunt one day, perhaps there is no need to reflect always, yes? Perhaps it is important to remember why we are here now, instead of talking of past. He kind of tries to change the subject. Yeah, well, listen. Regardless of why we are here, what is important is that we are here for a reason, yes? I'm here to be protector. I want to help. I want to help people, and this is what drives me. Do you have purpose like this? This is what helps.
I think 47 kind of smugly just, again, gestures to the bread. He does not want to say why he's here, but he does like bread, as per the bread.
I think, well, folks, I tell you this. Next time we are out there, do not forget how good this food is, yeah? There is always reason to come back. There is always reason to fight. Perhaps even as simple as this, to live life, yeah? So next time I see you out there, I want to see this attitude. I want to see, smile on faces. You remember the culinary expertise of this place, yes? Next time, we will conquer the tower. I believe this. At least if for bread.
I feel like 47 kind of smiles and he kind of hesitantly pats him. He doesn't want to touch him. He kind of pats him on the back. And as he's like leaving, hey, if the chefs ask, well, that bad guy asks, I have not seen their bread. I have not been here. I swear to God, I will gut you like a fish. He says it somewhat jokingly, but he is still pointing a knife as he says this.
Okay. All right, 47, just like introduction, eh? Really like that knife. Okay. And I kind of walk out. I have my hands raised, sort of like surrendered, and I walk out.
Demonex, did you see Discord?
No. But I take it I should.
Yeah.
You could do that.
What is happening at the rest of the college with everybody else who's not had a scene yet?
Well, I just want.
That's perfectly fine if you want to do that.
Okay. 1 second.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Tabby, make a perception check.
Okay, sure. Perception check. Perception, just normal difficulty, right? Difficulty 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And we got 2 successes, 1 threat.
So you would notice on your way out of the room that I share a room with 47, and I am lying there on the bed with my head towards the corner near the door.
I think that I would kind of nod in respect. I definitely didn't know you were in there, which was a surprise.
You wouldn't see my face. My hat would be over my face.
Hat is over your face. Okay. As I'm entering or leaving?
As you're leaving, you'd probably see this because I'd be lying kind of out of your line of sight as you enter the room.
I think Bilvard doesn't really have too much respect, or he doesn't know etiquette, and so he's like, "Is it? This is Angetsu, right? Is this you?"
Yes.
You are warrior. This is This is man. I see you and Emiku. You dominate field. This is ridiculous. You have great experience. And I sort of like nod. I'm still leaving, but as I'm leaving, I'm like glazing you. I'm like really impressed. Zangetsu, this is name I will remember. You have done incredible today.
You know what helps?
Yeah, no,
Getting sleep and getting up early and training.
Sleep and training. Okay. I like these two things. Should be easy for Bilvard. I do same, and we both be masters, yeah?
Do you and I hear this, Kyung, or no? Okay, I'm just wondering because it's fine.
No, when we were doing the in rooms when we first started,
Yeah.
we were like doubling up, and so there was 2 beds in one room, and 47 and I were in that room.
Oh, all right.
Okay, let's jump.
I like the implication of Zhang just watching this grown man eat a full bag of bread quietly in the dark and has not said a word to this man.
It doesn't even faze me.
He's seen weirder, I'm sure.
No, he understands hunger and having to worry about where your next meal comes from.
That makes sense, yeah.
You weren't here for the first session, so you didn't get to see all the character introductions. If you get a chance, you should go back and watch it. But just as a synopsis, because you would know this as a player, because everybody got to see each person's do it. Zangetsu grew up basically in a shack on the outskirts of town, pretty much ostracized, and had to learn how to just scavenge and fish and get by on his own.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was watching the stream. I just don't think Bilvard knows anything.
Here's the room that we were in.
By the way, interesting that you'd mentioned that hearing us go away. Why is this? Perhaps maybe you were close by. The door wasn't closed by 47. He was pretty nervous, so maybe you were close by.
Gyang would hear it because he lives right next door. If he went to his room, Emiko may have. Gyoe probably didn't.
I mean, it just depends on if I'm in my room or not. Like,
I mean, these walls are paper walls. All these dotted lines are paper walls. So,
I mean, Bilvard is a loud man. He is loud.
hang on, let me roll. Let me roll just to see if I heard it. Hang on. Nope.
Okay, you did not hear it.
I did not hear it.
You're meditating or something.
Mm-hmm.
and doing a little bit of bleeding.
A little bit of bleeding.
I mean, so after being in there for, I don't know, hour, I still feel like I'm not myself. So I go to the medic just for a checkup.
Okay.
Even though I have medicine, so I can do self-medicine, but like, I don't even know if I don't know what's going on. Like, that is literally the worst scrap I've ever been in, and I am pretty scared about like the lack of effectiveness of me, or like I don't know how I go about my business, so to speak, and so I don't know. Maybe I have to go back to the drawing board from a character, or not like Guawe needs to go back to the drawing board, like to figure things out as to how he can be a more effective protector.
Okay. What's next? Anyone else?
Nope. Doesn't sound like it.
Okay. I'm just working on getting some characters put in a sheet so I can find them easier, so I don't have that problem again.
Okay.
All right, so you all eventually get to your rooms, get some sleep. And the next day, you get to go do training all over again. Now, your mentor suggests that you all find someone with a skill you want to acquire, a move, a martial arts skill, and start practicing with them.
I can tell you right now, my first thought is augment from Zangetsu. Because that was a badass thing that I would very much like to learn.
So first you have to learn a skill to use it, such as contemplation, ingenuity, scholarship.
Contemplation is actually a career skill for me.
So you got to start learning that, and then you can learn the power. I don't know how to go about learning new powers.
I mean, like I have 1 rank in contemplation, and it's checked as a career skill. So
you would have had. So let me just look at where you are at, because perhaps this might be an oversight from character creation.
You might also want to look at learning deflection.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. So, without trying to take up too much time, essentially, because you have one of the magic skills as a career skill from your actual career, you get 4 points to spend learning magic. I will tell you about those off stream so that we're not taking time.
No worries.
But we can take, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or up to half an hour off stream, and I'll go through how you spend those points, like what you can spend them on, what sorts of magic that you could learn, and then you get to decide on that, and then that will allow you to have some of these magics.
And you can just narrate that you go and learn them from somebody here at the school.
Right.
okay.
Right.
Sounds good.
We should have done that in character creation, but it looks like an oversight. I apologize. That's
Probably
totally
a nice story.
It is all
Yeah, it's a good story.
It is. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, we'll do that after.
Yeah, I would be happy to help teach you any of the magics I know, because it would just give me more practice with them anyway.
Right.
So once you get a chance to look at the list of what you can learn.
Okay.
'Cause I only know 4 different spells. There's a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just to check, these people that we're learning from, do they have to be like from the players that we have here, or can it be like anyone from the academy?
You're supposed to learn from someone else in the academy.
Gotcha.
So basically, think of you know how martial arts movies, they tend to have like so-and-so's known for this move, this skill that they do.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Think of
I'd
something
like to
like
find
that.
somebody who is an Iijitsu master and learn from them. Because I want to advance that.
Right, and I figured you'd want to do that because you've made it clear that that's kind of Zangetsu's focus.
Basically being a ninja.
No, not at all.
All right.
Can't say.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna step on Puppy's toes.
Okay.
Puppy's a ninja.
So DM, is this a skill or / skill rank that you are proposing that we train under only?
Not in the sense of skill rank of one of the skills in your character sheet skills, right? This isn't like a skill. This is a. It would more be classified in game turns as a talent that lets you do a certain move. So it is a martial arts ability.
Martial art ability. Okay.
And it doesn't have to be an existing one. This is kind of leaning towards using the what do you call it? Sorry.
Spirit? The
Not-
spirit?
well, spirit, yes. Using spirit, but the special move or abilities that they talked about in Tyranoth and
the
signature
heroic
ability?
yes, that signature ability. Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't. My brain, with dealing with all the issues at the beginning of the stream and everything, I'm
fine.
kind of.
I mean, you got brain rot. It's all good.
Yeah, I do.
Don't worry, my kids talk about brain rot all day.
Okay, we can all just, share the load.
Let's see.
The heroic abilities, if anybody wants to look at the book, it's the Tyranoth book on page 74. So sometime after we can read up on it.
You said 74.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is to in-game have you narratively start working for it, right? And that way we can all work on it in-game, because I've noticed most people aren't seeming to be able to, or whatever, find time to do it outside of the game time. So I'm trying to include it as part of the session as well.
Cool. Video then here.
So I'm trying to pull it up here. There it is. And you said what page?
74?
74.
74, okay. Yes, the heroic abilities is something that we're going to be working towards. They give you some examples in the realms of Tyranoth, but we can also make up a different one if it fits better. That's why I'm saying, from an RP's perspective, think of your character being in this martial arts movie. What martial arts move style is it that they're going for? Because that's the thing, right? We're trying to focus on this being much more narratively focused and, fit that theme of the martial arts movies and games and everything. So pick a style that you want to go with, and if you don't know a name for it, we can always make one up, and then we'll figure out how we're going to make that work and get that made and stuff.
So I understand mechanically we're going to look at the inspiration from heroic abilities, but as far as scope, how big are we looking at?
The same they have. You're basically starting your progress on it. You don't have it yet. You're getting your base level is what you're training towards. And
Are
then,
you familiar with the show Bleach?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I like where this is going.
We'll talk more about that later, but
That's
more of an end goal. But
if it's relevant, talk about it now.
I like
so
the
give
Bankai.
people an example of what you're thinking.
Yeah,
and
like
how
the
you're seeing it
Bankai
work
from
in this.
Bleach, where they have everybody has his own signature move that does something crazy and bombastic and special.
Yeah. That's an example of the sort of thing. Now, not necessarily to that degree of crazy.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty far to like the end
Yeah.
spectrum.
That
It's a good example of where we're pointing.
Right. What's base one of it though? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Think of kind of how you'd want your character to be, and it's kind of a path. I mean, others martial arts movies and shows, right? They have where the character learns the base one of the skill, and then base two, and then base three, you know, until they, you know, they have tiers basically, or qualities, or whatever of the skill. And sometimes the skills are named different things at each level, but it's a theme all the way through. And so this is a time where you can share with viewers kind of where you see your character training, practicing, and working towards. Like, what sort of things should they look forward to your character striving towards? What sort of moves?
These have to be personal martial arts?
Not necessarily I strike. It could be other manipulations and stuff as well. But yes, martial arts in the vague sense of what they're doing, not necessarily martial arts in the sense of
They're physical things, right?
Not necessarily physical.
Then I might have to check in with you later as to what
fine.
this means, because you're saying martial arts and then you're saying not physical, and I then don't know what that means.
Some martial arts are manipulation of the mind, or manipulating someone's control. I mean, think of like Avatar, Airbender, right? She learned how to bloodbend as her, you know, top tier ability sort of thing. That's not her learning how to punch or create an icicle to stab someone with. It's other forms of manipulation, control, whether that be yourself or others.
Okay.
Right? So martial arts kind of aspect is more vague in this sense. Because even like in the game we talked about Jade Empire, right? You learn some things that are manipulating the area around you and stuff that you don't actually... The ability isn't, I strike my foe. So it's not just a, I use this weapon to strike my enemy, which a lot of times it's that too. Sometimes it's other things around that.
Okay.
Because I don't want it to... It's supposed to be a kind of a key component of your character, which doesn't... I don't want it to be everyone's key component of their character has to be I strike my foe.
Could be some sort of big like magic effect that gives, you know, you and all your allies some sort of defense or bonus for, you know, a short period that helps protect them in combat.
Right.
I mean, if you want to go with Star Wars, you have Bastila Shan's battle meditation, right? That could fit this kind of theme we're going with too.
Okay.
I mean, I have an idea about mine.
Sure.
Something like some AoE, like earth shaking, like I don't know, not like the Hulk, but like I don't know, jump up and like slam the ground super hard and like shake the earth around me.
You can call it pose belly flop or something.
Belly flop. Yeah. Nice. Wow.
You made a bear. I can't, you know, ignore that.
It can be a hug, a big bear hug.
That could be unbearable.
Maul a man to death. Actually, just takes his shirt off and just starts roaring with an act with a regular bear.
A bear move.
You just grab them and crush their spine.
I'm also trying to lean into the elementalist part that.
You have some big magical effect, you know, you throw out some big, massively devastating fire spell or something.
Aren't you also a priest? You can use like religion and stuff.
Easily within the heroic abilities. So like, there's a bunch. I can quickly go over the basics.
Mhm.
If you want. There's a bunch of skill focused ones. Things like all the facts, which gives you a bonus on like knowledge checks. And then there's a bunch of variety of them like that for different skills. Don't feel like that really fits the theme of what we're trying to do here, though.
Yeah,
But
they
there
don't
are.
not fit. It's just they may or may not fit the characters.
So here, I'll just list some of them off, and we can look back at any of that sound interesting to people. There's hard to kill, influential, miraculous recovery, paragon, sixth sense, signature weapon, unbowed, unleash. That's a bunch of them that aren't just skill focused. So if there's something that, like miraculous recovery, for example, when you activate this ability at the beginning of your turn and each round it remains active, your character heals 3 wounds. When you improve that, it will go to you activate it, you heal all your current wounds. The supreme version of that is when you activate it, you heal 1 critical injury as well.
And I mean, that is very much a very,
Sounds
martial artsy style thing, right? Like they're getting all beaten, and then they're just like, or whatever they do, and then it's like they regenerate, and then it's stage 2 of boss fight.
Hard to kill. The base is +4 soak. The improved version is you increase the difficulty of combat checks against you by 1, which is huge. And the supreme version is when ability is active, your character becomes immune to damage. Reduce all damage the character suffers to 0.
Oh no! What's the name of this one?
Hard to kill.
Hard to
Hard
kill.
to kill. Okay.
The supreme version is impossible to kill.
Billboard's chosen.
Well, keep in mind, supreme version isn't always active.
Sure.
Of course.
Things you have to do to activate that specific
And also,
portion. of it.
you have to spend a hero token to activate these.
I was already hooked at 4 base soak.
Those fortune points, we have to spend those to activate these.
Gotcha. I mean, I was happy with 4 base soak as like the starting thing already.
There are some that are active more often. Like Sixth Sense is one that gives you kind of a new ability to sense certain things, and you don't have to spend a token to activate those. I think those ones are always active. They're kind of a passive thing. And signature weapon, you just have a much better weapon. There's unbowed, which is you can just ignore critical injuries as the base, and it makes it harder to get critical injuries. There's unleash. When this ability is active, your character may perform a maneuver once per round on their turn to immediately defeat 1 minion group within short range.
Oh, that's fun.
Improved. While this is active, your character may instead perform an incidental once per round on their turn to immediately defeat 1 minion group within short range.
Very nice.
And then supreme is when you activate this, your character immediately defeats all minions within short range.
So there's
This represents like a big spell, or like a giant fireball, or you summon some big flaming dragon that sweeps across the battlefield and kills all the minions.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And that goes into the other thing you mentioned there, Melkov. I want you guys to think about how this looks for your character and stuff too. How others feel it, see it, those senses.
And just to quickly check, Markov. So if I were to take hard to kill, I would get extra 4 base normally, but then I have a special ability which is to be immune.
It would only be that +4 soak when you activate hard to kill.
Okay, so this has no passive.
No, none of them
this
have
is not a
passive.
passive. This is not a passive skill.
Okay.
This is a special,
This
very
is like
powerful
when
skill that
when the
requires
chips are.
activation.
This is like when the chips are down, or you're up against the ropes, or you're lying on the ground, pinned underneath a giant spectral cat thing that wants to rip your face off.
Good
You
times.
activate this. That's the sort of thing this is.
This is the
Um,
Emiko decides not to use the token, and you guys face floor 5.
Okay.
you can also upgrade these. So as we play the game, we'll earn what are called hero points, and these hero points can be used to upgrade these abilities. And you can do things like make it so that you can use them more frequently. You can make them last longer. You can make them more powerful.
That's awesome.
You can add secondary effects to them.
Okay.
You can customize them in a variety of ways. So, like, for example, the signature weapon, which is obviously what I'll be going for based on what I've been talking about. I'll have a weapon that's just a nice weapon, but when I activate the ability, using a hero point or whatever, I'll get access to basically a bonus attachment that's normally not on there. And then this will get more impressive as time goes on.
Okay, so I suppose to get the ball rolling, I would go for hard to kill. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I think canonically, I'd imagine it's something like Bilvard's kind of going around and he's checking with the different masters, right? Bilvard wants to be the shield, and so maybe he hears of like an old sensei called the Turtle, like this like unbeatable this sensei that like no matter what you do to them, right, they're always going to be unscathed. And he's like, yes, that's exactly what I want. And so he kind of looks around and he finds this master. And I'd imagine like canonically, Bilvard is kind of just getting his butt whooped constantly by the master. He's like constantly being beat, and he has to learn to take it. Maybe they're going under waterfalls and something, and he has to learn to endure that. Going through a bit of fire, all this crap. And so Bilvard needs to train to take it all in without maybe screaming or crying. And yeah, I guess that's what
the
Bilvard...
mentor's real name. And we can call him, his nickname could be like the Black Tortoise, because that actually is the thing.
Yeah.
Stuff.
That's fun.
And he's a bit of a hunchback, but no one can beat him because he just takes the beating and waits for the prime opportunity to strike back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think Bilvard kind of looks around and he's looking for this like master, and then I guess he finds him, right? Maybe he's in the middle of teaching someone. He's like, excuse me, you are the tortoise, big tortoise?
No, I am the Black Tortoise. What do you
I am Shield Bilvard. I hope to train under you to become ultimate shield to protect people, and I hear good things of you.
look very wooden?
His figure of speech, like Fox, like Legend. I don't know his name, title. Because I help people, I shield. He's kind of like looking around. It's like, you get it, guys, right?
I understand.
Yes.
What is it you wish to learn from me?
I wish to be unbeatable, to be immortal like you. I hear tales of you are like rock. They punch, they kick.
As you're talking, you're watching them come up behind him and like strike him with sticks and everything, and he's still like not even seeming to react, and he's just talking to you.
Like this,
I'm
like this.
affected by many things.
This, I wish to learn this. No,
What?
no. I want to
Speaking?
learn that. No, turn it out, look! Bilvard kind of gets fed up and he's like, okay. So he kind of like punches his chest. He punches the mentor's chest and like nothing happens. This is what I wish to learn.
Something does happen. You're expecting to punch like a normal person, and you feel like you just punched a brick wall.
Oh, yeah! This is what I wish to learn! How you not even react? Fist is in pain. You are nothing.
Like a few seconds after, like you see he's looked down. And he's looking back up. Oh. Did you want to fight too?
No, man. This is not intention. God. He's kind of like annoyed.
Okay.
Someone must understand this.
A good way to learn to take a beating is by taking a beating.
Then beat me, master. Do it. I must learn.
He's been moving so slow, you're like expecting him to move slow. You're like, so, and all of a sudden you feel like this extreme pain in your chest, and you find that he's getting smaller, which is very odd because you didn't feel your feet move. And you notice your feet aren't touching the ground as he has just punched you and you're flying.
This is strange thing. I kind of hit my head. What? I'm kind of like looking around here. This is most peculiar. What happened?
That's called strike. You need to learn resist.
I have much. I have much to learn.
For those of you who are missing what this is, I'm taking inspiration from Elcor for this guy. The very big, tough, robust individuals.
I love him. I think Bilvard is both very hurt and he's trying to cough, but I think more than anything he's excited. So he's like, this is incredible. I have much training to do.
Make good friends at the hospital. You'll be there a lot.
Sorry.
All right. So Bilvard has a mentor now. Let me write that down.
Black tortoise.
Let's see.
So I'm thinking for me, like I had a bit of a look around. None of the ones they're really seeing, but I was looking at signature abilities from Star Wars instead.
Mm-hmm.
So there are two here that might qualify as things that we could look into and adapt or whatever. One is called The Bigger They Are, which essentially is like a hunter's mark kind of ability where I would point out a target and then make a knowledge check, and then myself and other allies would like ignore armor or a soak or other things like that. Essentially make it easier to attack a particular target. The other one is the Battle Meditation basic power, which is a force power, which essentially adds successes to all checks made by a number of engaged targets. So again, it would just like that feels a little bit more like that's more flexible in upgrading because it has an actual tree. The other one we can look into, but essentially I want something that doesn't just like give more boost dice or whatever, but I want to be able to maybe, point at a target, and that way it is limited to like one target or something, and sort of go, hey, like let's focus on that. And when allies do, like maybe it paints, I
like that. So you would be going with a tactician. Think of Sun Tzu, right?
Yeah.
So you can come up with a name for him and stuff if you want, but your mentor is going to be someone kind of like Sun Tzu, he's a tactical oversight genius. So instead of being the one out there fighting as much, he's more like overseeing and strategically moving people around to make things happen. And we can come up, or if you want to work out one, you can come up with a heroic ability similar to these that have kind of those 3-tier base, right? Where you have the base, the improved, and the supreme. So you can have similar, because I'd like you to be able to have similar power to what others do, but I like your flavor and what you're going with that. So when you go and see him, he's there playing a game of, it's like chess, but not exactly. It's their version. What's it called?
There's the ones with the marbles or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Mm,
black and white
checkers.
marbles. Yeah, I can't remember what that one's called.
Or does it just go? Or
No.
I mean, there's something called Shanqi, which is Chinese chess or elephant chess.
No. Here it is. It's
Okay.
Weiqi, Weiqi.
Okay.
It is, they have black and white pieces on a board, and it literally is a tactical analysis kind of thing. And a lot of their things, the tactical person is playing that.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so they're kind of like little flat black and white marbles. They're not, round
Yeah.
marbles. They're
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of semi-flat
yeah.
pieces.
Cool. Yeah, so that is the one that I go to. Yeah, the last thing that I was thinking
So
about,
he's hanging out at the tea house playing that.
yeah,
just so
might
you
be
know,
like a
you're saying.
movement thing where I could, assist my allies to, get a
Yeah.
movement or I don't know, something like this. But I'll think about it more. All of those point towards a tactician, so it's the same guy anyway.
Exactly.
So cool. Thank you.
So yeah, you find him in the tea house is where you're told he is. Interesting position. Are you sure that is where you want to place that? Think carefully now. And you can see he's absolutely toying with people's minds as he's playing this game with them. And you can tell he's thought 16 steps ahead of this person, depending on what they pick. And so you're like, oh yeah, that must be him.
Cool. Thank you.
So you'll be spending your time in the tea house a lot, where he plays games and practices. If you think of a name or title you want to have for him, we can just call him the Grand Tactician for now. But yeah, we can come up with an actual name for him. Cool.
Cool.
Who's next?
Hang on.
What did I miss?
Gyang just was talking about his ability trainer. He
I
is going with the Grand Tactician.
The Grand Tactician. Oh, young, fancy. Okay.
So he hangs out in the tea house playing games all day.
A lot of chess, or maybe not chess. The chess equivalent. I like it. Okay.
And then I was like, all right, who's next? We have 4 others.
What list am I looking at? I'm sorry.
So in Tyranoth, there is a list of
Okay. Okay, hang on.
heroic
Let me
abilities.
pull it back up. Hang on.
But you can come up with your own variant
I
of
know.
heroic abilities
Yeah.
as well.
You said 74.
What kind of thing embodies Gawe and his way of doing things?
Could Guawe perhaps do something like maybe not marshals, but since he's a chef, could they conjure up really blessed magical food? Is that a thing that
I
can we
don't
go in
really
that
want to do
sort of
that.
way?
I mean, that's fine. I want something that's going to help. So my primary focus is it's kind of like Billboard, but it's a little different. Like Billboard seems to do it in like pure physical defense, and mine is more elemental based.
Well, I mean, there's the one that Malkov mentioned where you blast away minion groups.
Yeah, that's like one thing I was thinking about, like with like pounding the earth and calling the earth to like shake and like I don't know, like a wave.
That absolutely fits that unleash.
Yeah. Where's Unleash? I'm scrolling through the Terranoth book now.
It is on page
79.
878.
Okay.
Add one if you're typing in the page number.
I did. I tried and searched, and like it won't let me search because.
Yeah, that's why I said page number is 78. It's
Yeah, I know.
79 if you're typing it in.
I know, but when I search, like it says 0 results, so it's fine. Oh, there you go. I'm looking at it now. I'm dumb. All right, I'm good. Okay, let's see. Unleash when pushed to the breaking point, or maybe just when they want to show off your character unleashes. Screw you. Waiting for the ad. Oy vey.
Hey,
I don't have a script account.
you're fine.
Basically,
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Like, it says when the ability is active for base, your character performs a maneuver once per round. Yeah, okay. It's the same thing that we read earlier. So,
Yep.
yeah, that makes sense. And instead of, yeah, okay. That sounds great. We'll do that. Is there like an elementalist mentor?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Let's work on the let's work with the one that specializes in Earth, and maybe let's start with Earth.
Earth. That's the one you want to go with?
Yeah. Yep.
So, there's a guy who looks like he's a bodybuilder. Everyone's like, watch out, it's the boulder, he's coming again. And you see he's just like juggling these massive rocks. And then when he gets ready to fight, they all start floating around him. And then he punches one and it flies out and knocks the guy over, and then he just brings it back to him.
And my jaw hits the floor. Wow, that is.
What are you doing, bear?
That is a wow. I'm just. I am. Basking in your magnificence. Like this is
Have you
amazing.
seen, what's the movie? Or show? The Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist.
I've heard of it, but I
Full
haven't seen
Metal
it.
Alchemist.
The bodybuilder guys, how they do their whole, muscle flex thing at each
Oh
other.
yeah.
So you see him doing that kind of a thing while having the 3 boulders there.
And hilariously enough, this sounds exactly like Stonefist from ESO.
Nice.
Like literally, like stomps the ground. Three boulders like fly up, and you throw them at people, and the last one stuns them.
There you go.
So it sounds exactly like that, which is perfect. And I kneel and I supplicate, like, or prostrate myself, like, and
It's unbearable to grovel on the ground.
and I humbly beg for you to train me in your ways.
My ways are to be strong.
How tall is he?
He's a good minimum 6 foot, probably
Okay.
plus that.
So I stand up all the way up, and I'm taller than him. I'm 6'6", and
Well, I'm saying 6 foot minimum. I'm thinking he's probably on the higher end of 6 foot.
and
towards 7 foot.
I'm also quite stout, So
Yeah.
I feel like he and I have a similar build. And I hold up my hand like, here, throw it at me, let me catch it. And like,
Okay,
just to get
let's
a,
have you
just,
roll
to, just to get a sense of like
body check. Athletics.
athletics or brawn.
Athletics is brawn.
Oh, oops. Oh, I see it now. All right. Am I rolling purple dice or no?
Yes, 2.
Okay.
Because he's not doing it full force. He's giving you a chance.
Success.
So you are able to block it, but you're kind of sliding back a bit. How do you want to use that advantage?
I want to take it and use the momentum to like fling it around, like come back, like and like spin around and fling it back to him.
Okay. So yeah, you fling it back and he catches it. He's like, not the worst I've seen. You gotta work on those muscles. You're weak. You're weak.
And when I hear that, well, when I hear that, I immediately growl and like bare my fangs.
Yeah, he probably has like 6 brawn. by the
Okay,
way.
that's fine. He can have 6 brawn, and I can still like show him what I'm made of.
He at least has 5.
Sure.
But yeah, so he's definitely, brawny man. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Right
So they're
back
like
at you.
both gurring at each other.
oh yeah. So anyone who passes by at this point sees, this bear and this big muscly man with, 3 boulders, just like flexing and growling at each other.
The manliest scene you can imagine.
All right. That's 3 down. Who's the next candidate for mentorship? Bubby, Heather, Malkov.
I could go. I have an idea. Oh, you can go instead. I'm still thinking. You can go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. What are you thinking? I know you're generic based one, but what exactly are you going within that? Give us some flavor.
Probably, yeah, whoever's like the best jiu-jitsu master at the school and would be willing to train me in whatever techniques that I could learn.
So you probably know the show Kenshin, right?
I'm sorry, say it again.
You probably know the show Kenshin.
Kenshin. Yep.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay. So it's a smaller build looking like Asian guy, so kind of like a samurai who doesn't look that impressive. But he has a blade and no one seems to be challenging him a whole lot. But he does demonstrations sometimes, and he draws and makes a slash and has resheathed his sword before most people can understand what's happened. So he's very fast. He's not the strongest you've seen, but he is the fastest.
Picture in Discord.
Just like, so before you realize it, he's slashed it. So this is the guy that you've kind of are told. Well, probably not the orange hair though. But
Sure.
the point is that sort of a build and speedy blade.
I will probably stand respectfully at the edge of whatever the area is where people are gathering, And you said he's not being challenged or anything?
No, most people don't challenge him because they cannot see fast enough to even consider blocking his blade.
I'll probably observe for a while, and then if he's not, there's nobody talking to him or anything, I would have probably then approach.
Okay, so let's have you roll a perception base to see if you can even see him draw his sword. Yeah, just perception.
Difficulty?
2. We'll leave it as standard for now to make it easier and quick. You're barely able to see it, and it gives your eye, like your eyes ache because it can't quite register, but you're stressing them to try to see it. And you notice that in the time it takes most people to blink, he's already drew his sword, made a cut, and already resheathed it. And he's just doing it casually, which is why it's only 2. Because he's not really trying that hard. This is his, just casual practice. And you can barely you can barely see it.
So at a time that seems appropriate after having watched for a while, I'll approach and I'll respectfully bow and ask if I can have a moment of his time.
What's a good nickname for this guy? You guys have any suggestions? I'm open to it.
The master, right?
The ability trainer. Yeah. He's the
So
master
far,
of this ability.
We've gone with a lot of things from nature. Like we had the black tortoise, and then we have what's his name? The boulder. So
Yeah.
something like that would be really fun. But like what? We want maybe not like wind.
I was gonna say like the
Maybe a
blade.
snake.
The blade.
Snakes.
The blade is fun.
Maybe a snake. Snakes strike silently pretty quickly.
Oh, the snake would work. Yeah.
Or I don't know. Yeah.
The mantis.
The silent blade.
I was thinking something like the lightning blade or something like that, but
Or invisible blade.
That one guy with the knife that one time.
the unseen blade, we could do that.
Unseen blade is so raw. I love that.
The unseen blade. See, this is why I brainstorm with people. That we come up with better stuff when we work together and put our brains together. Yeah, so he is referred to as the unseen blade. You guys can come up with the proper name for the person. So their actual family name and stuff. These are their titles that were given. And he's like, "You must be new to the school. What is it you're here for?"
I wish to learn perfection with the sword and myself.
But is perfection attainable, or is it not? Is it something we conceive of and therefore strive for?
I don't know.
You should seek that answer to know the answer. Would lead you to better understanding. Let's see how fast you draw your sword. And he gestures to a target there, the tatami mat.
Okay. I'll wordlessly go over to the where he gestured. Want me to roll melee?
Yeah. See how well you do.
I'm going to use a fortune point.
Okay.
Well, I got a success.
And how does your threat show up here? Are you stressed trying to perform?
Yes,
Did you
definitely.
slip? Did you... Okay.
Definitely stressed.
Let's have you take some strain.
Okay.
But you're able to pull it off and strike through. Adequate. You have much room to grow. You should keep practicing your slash 1,000 times a day. Minimum.
I'll just bow in response to the
You see the
demand.
Yeah, he's like, slash 1,000 times today until you can do this. And the tatami mat in front of him just all of a sudden just falls in like 4 pieces, and you didn't even see his blade really go. You just like, he's like chopped it a couple times apparently, and it just falls over. All right. So now we have Emiko and 47. We're Fox, apparently.
Yeah, Fox!
But how do you spell it? Like the super mutant or like the animal?
I don't think I know how to spell.
I can't read.
I don't know how to read. I call it Fox. I think if he would, if he had to like write down Fox, he would just draw one really crappy drawing of a fox. Is this one? This is
F-A-W-K.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, well, letters, I guess.
All right, so 47 or Emiko, who wants to go next?
I can go. I kind of have an idea for one, but I'm not sure if it's like the best idea.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe like a back against the wall kind of thing, because 47 is kind of an antsy guy. He's very anxious, kind of spooky. He was also homeless in the whole animal thing, so I'm thinking maybe when he's very hurt or very stressed out, he kind of uses that and maybe gets some kind of a boost. Maybe he's like, maybe he did. I think he would at least make some attempt to go talk to the masters and not really kind of vibe with it because of his whole, like, you know, got most combat guy. Maybe he goes to like a butcher or something. This passage was looking for the next master. He sees like a sheep or something. They're about to kill it, and this like very timid sheep is like suddenly like overpowering this grown man. And granted, it is not having the best time, but it is still getting away. And maybe he's kind of learning to use that primal fear and adrenaline to kind of get him through the situation, maybe to flee, maybe to fight. Maybe that'll give him like that primal weird. Maybe it gives him kind of respect with animals. Also, maybe because of that, like, oh, that guy's weird. And that guy over there says local dog. That guy's freaking the hell out.
How would you see
I
that
don't know.
ability working? Like, what does it do? There's one that makes it so you can ignore critical injuries.
Oh, that might be kind of neat. How would that work? How do critical injuries work? I'm not sure if it'd be like a you ignore the damage for now and that's a problem later, or what? 'Cause I'm thinking maybe it's like an adrenaline thing.
Yeah, that's what Unbound is. You temporarily ignore critical injury effects. And including on the supreme level, you can ignore the effects of you're dead.
Oh, Jesus.
Until the ability ends, in which case you are dead unless the critical injury is removed first. And so what it does is allow you to ignore that severe injury and fight on as though you didn't have it. So it's kind of like, you know, the feral creature, even though they're wounded, they keep fighting.
Maybe I'm down for that. Honestly, the second option was I just give him a Pokeball, and that's the solution. It's Pokemon now. But yeah, that's funny to me. I'm not too sure. That was
Not
my
sure how
idea.
Pokeball would work in this setting. I don't think it quite fits.
Or it's Japanese. It's a Japanese company. It works. You know, you get a circle, you throw it.
So Unbowed sounds like Wolverine. Like I mean, you just keep fighting regardless of how, like, injured he gets because he heals, like, at will. But
Well, there's also the meticulous recovery, which you literally just regenerate your health. Problem is critical injuries are still there.
By the way, just to like double check, what does it mean to have what are critical injuries? What can we expect when it comes to critical injuries? So we know like a little bit more of what that means.
So critical injuries come from a D100 plus table.
Yeah.
And
There's a list on rollable tables in Foundry.
Yep.
It's called critical injury table, and you can have a scroll down. Basically, you have to. The enemy has to. So if you're inflicting a critical injury on someone else, or if someone else is inflicting a critical injury on you, basically your attack roll has to have an amount of advantages in it equal to your critical rating of your weapon, or it can also be triggered off a triumph. And then once you trigger it, you roll the D100 modified by talents, which is why it's a D150 table. And it will generate for you a result, and then whatever it says in that whole list. So there's everything from suffer a strain to you just die, right? So the scope is massive. It can be any of those things.
Within the critical injury table. So minor nick, slowed down, sudden jolt, distracted, all this stuff. Gotcha. And we can see this, by the way, Heather, in the rollable tables tab. You know how you can see actors and all that? So you can see all of this stuff. There's some really dangerous ones here, which is really cool. Okay.
Right. Oh, you've been inflicted with terminal cancer. It's over now. You've been 3 sessions. By the way, I am still brainstorming, but are there anything I can do that's also animal related? I'm open to any other suggestions. I'm also, that was English.
How would you see it working? What are you going for? Like Malkov mentioned, there's quite a few heroic abilities that they have there.
That relate to animals?
Not that it relate to animal, that they have there that you can pick from, but you can use them as a base to create something of similar aspect. So if you want to look over them, you could always look over them and then switch it to be from working with people to animals or something if that's how you want it to work. But thoughts.
Are there I think they meant are there suggestions that you guys know would fit with their character? Because Heather and I, we don't know really what there is. You know what I mean? Do you guys know any that could fit for your character? What do you think? Because I'm really happy that Malkov mentioned the hard to kill, because I didn't know that existed, and that sounds amazing for me.
What about Paragon for animal handling?
What's that? What's Paragon?
1 second.
Oh yeah, no worries, thank you.
If not, I'm also just chill being a feral little goblin mass and just losing my cool and then fighting something. And then maybe taking a bunch of damage.
Paragon is you select a particular skill, and then when you use this ability, the primary effect is that skill gets a reduced difficulty while you're using it. That's the base version. And then improved, you can remove all setback dice on the check. And then the supreme version, you can also remove the despair dice.
You could do something like this one is mine, which would lock your animal companion into a duel with a target of your choice, so that they have to fight each other, so it can't just so an enemy can't just go after someone else for a duration. You could there's so many things. It just sort of depends on what you like, really. What kind of thing you want. Do you in the end?
Okay. I think I might. I have a bit more time to think about this, but I think I want to go like a modified version of Unbound, where I'm basically just a little feral homeless man, on low health maybe. I don't know. I like a weird adrenaline berserker idea, kinda. I'm not sure, but I think Unbound is kind of the direction that I want to go. I think.
I'd also look at
47.
miraculous recovery, because both of those have a huge impact on your ability to just weather it.
Okie dokie.
Survivability. Yep.
Gotcha.
So I guess Heather, do you want to like come back to this later in like a bit?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And for example, Matt pulled from the Star Wars ones instead.
They're a bit different, though. We'd have to work on those.
Yeah.
Which is why I looked there, because I've done that, and I can, I have the knowledge to.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just saying
adapt them, but
if Heather can think of something that's slightly different from these, but similar, we can use him as inspiration to then make something a little closer to what Heather feels 47 would have.
you could also there's unmatched authority, which might be good. So you would suffer strain to downgrade the difficulty of an ally's check, and you could just say that's your companion. So you could make your companion's attacks less difficult with that.
Oh, okay. That's also neat.
Obviously, we'd have to make ranks and stuff for that particular one. I can't tell you what the extra ranks would be, but at this stage, like, we're just giving you ideas as to some ideas to help give you some, kind of direction as to what you might be able to do. But that's something that's there. So yeah. Lots of different things.
Welcome back, Ezreal.
Thank you. What did I miss?
No, we're still brainstorming.
Sure.
Yeah. Everything. Oh my god. Tower 2.0 was amazing, guys.
Wasn't on that long.
The stream is actually over now. Thanks, viewers. We're all gonna see you next week at this time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, Azrael.
Yep.
But yeah, we're still brainstorming what Heather or Fox/47 wants to do, and then there's also Emiko. Emiko, do you maybe Emiko has an idea as well? If they're ready, maybe they're still deciding. Also, again, thank you, Malcolm, for mentioning this because it saved my life. Hard to kill is perfect.
Well, I want something to mess with the minds of her opponents, where she can make people see things that aren't there to help with her, especially to help with her being more stealthy, so she could makes people see things that aren't there, or make them see that she's not there.
There's the illusion power that is not in here, but we could frame something around that. Let's see what else. There's probably something that will work for that.
Also, that's really cool, puppy.
You could
That's
do that with You could kind of kind of model that with Paragon of Stealth.
Paragon of Stealth.
Yeah, use that as the mechanics of it, the Paragon, right? So you're getting a reduced, difficulty on all your checks for the first level of it. The second level of it is you remove all setback dice on stealth, and the third level is you can also remove the despair dice on checks. So, like, if she's trying to sneak up to someone's face in broad daylight, I'm imagining the difficulty is going to involve a few despair dice. Well, if she's got Paragon of it, then maybe can remove one of those despair dice, or however many the ability ends up allowing you to, depending on upgrades that Puppy picks. So then you can just flavor it as, they just shadows obscure their vision, or just things happen to conspire to obscure her from plain sight. It's kind of like obfuscate works in Vampire. People just ignore your presence.
Yeah.
But
Obfuscate
mechanically,
is
it
a
would just be really
wonderful-
good stealth rolls.
Yeah, Obfuscate is a wonderful talent in that game.
There's also Unmatched Fortune, which we'd have to modify, but essentially you can change the face of a positive dice in your pool to another face that's adjacent to it. So you can literally...
Yeah, that would work too. That'd be really hard to do. That'd be really hard to do.
With the online, yeah, it is a bit hard on the line. I do admit that. But I've got these here, like the physicals, so we can always look at it. But yeah, I understand that we would possibly want something that's a little bit more, yeah. In person, that's absolutely great. But when you don't have the hand on the dice,
it's a super fun ability. And a friend, we were playing a Star Wars game, he had it. It was ridiculously fun. You can just completely control luck.
Yeah.
A couple times a session. But no, I think Paragon of Stealth would really represent what you want to accomplish, Puppy, with just being able to sneak up under any circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that's what you want?
Yeah. 'Cause I have her whole thing as being stealthy.
Okay.
So I want to try to have some form of illusion type stuff. And get in people's minds.
So you're saying you want to remain unseen and find your way around that way. And
Yeah.
you're told, good luck, Wraith would be your person, but we're not sure where they're at.
where Wraith is. Yeah.
Hence the name.
So
Wraith.
go ahead and you can, do your research and maybe try to find some offerings that Wraith would approve of, and maybe they'll show up for you.
The hunt is
Yeah.
afoot.
So the misdirect power could be a base 2, which is you make a target up to short range unable to perceive a chosen person or object, which would include you. You could say, that particular guy over there can't see me. Just boom. So
Yeah.
there's all sorts of stuff like that we can base things off.
This sounds like a Jedi mind trick.
It is a Jedi mind trick. It's a force power. But all these sorts of things are places we can go for inspiration and then just reframe them to what we're doing if, I like Melkov's suggestion. Like, it does make sense what Melkov's saying, that you get you make things easier to stealth and things like that. You sort of said, I want to remain unseen, or I want there to be illusion. So I went looking to see if there was something for that. And so there's the misdirect power, which would do something like that. So there's different ways of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually work. Well, but that's a little bit also about kind of like the whole these aren't the droids you're looking for, kind of mind control thing.
Yeah, it is a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to imagine what you're saying and find something that might match it.
Another way you can approach it is just a straight up invisibility. Say at base, you get, for the duration, you get invisibility until you make an aggressive attack or action. At the intermediate, you can, after you make the attack, you still remain hazy and you get bonuses on stealth and setback dice on people attacking you, like defense.
Right.
And then on improved, or on the supreme, get improved invisibility, and you can keep making attacks throughout the duration and don't get revealed. Model it off of invisibility out of D&D. I think that's a pretty simple way to do it too, and it would fit really easily into the framework of the upgrade system for heroic abilities, where you'd have it for one round at baseline, spend a hero point, and then when you upgrade it to duration 1, you'd get it for 2 rounds for a hero point. Then you do upgrade the frequency. Now you can do it twice per session. That kind of stuff. It would feed into the same mechanics as all the other abilities, really, quite well.
Yeah.
It also seems to fit Emiko very well.
Puppy, is there?
Yes.
Do you have a preference on those for Emiko?
No.
All of them sound like the same person, though. Either way, you should be going to Wraith, so
right.
We can
Wraith.
solidify what it's going to be.
I just wanted to see if she had a feeling of which one she liked better. She can think about it and stuff too, and we'll work with her and get it in place. But I just thought I'd at least touch base with her and let her have a chance to voice her opinion.
And it's probably a lot me just spewing words at you without a lot of coherent thought behind them. So during the week, if you want to discuss it in chat at a more, kind of relaxed pace, let me know. Yeah. I'm happy to chat.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. We're not going to be getting these powers for a while. We're just attaching ourselves at the moment to the trainer that is going to eventually teach it to us. So.
Well, because roleplay wise, it makes more sense that you start working on it than you level up and you have the new thing, right? That's
fireballs now.
That's the purpose. So here's what happens, Emiko. You keep trying to find Wraith, and you're having a really hard time. Frustration one night, you go to the baker and buy some sweet buns, some, pastry desserts to vent your frustration and at least enjoy yourself a little. You get back to your room and you set them down and you go and get your tea and you come back and half of them are gone. You set your tea down and you start looking around like there's no footprints. The door was shut. It was locked. You're looking around and then you notice that the tea's half gone. So
I think at this point I would know that somebody was here.
Yeah, but you literally don't see anyone and you're like, and then the next thing you notice,
well, there's always a better assassin than you.
Right? You see someone in a hood sitting in the chair in your room. What, is it that hard to see me? Shame, shame. And I thought you had good eyes.
I'll just kind of be like,
It almost looks like a
so you're
beggar's
dumb.
cloak or something. But, like, you didn't even see them. You walked past them multiple times. You're saying what?
That like you, I'll probably just say that like you're them. I presume.
Oh, you presume many things, don't you? You're a very presumptuous one. I am known
and
as
then
Wraith.
and then I'll just proceed to say that I hear that you can like teach me what I want to learn.
I can only teach the teachable. Are you teachable? Or are you like the one over there? He gestures out the across, out the door, and like you look back, and they're just gone. And they're still talking. What? Did you lose sight of me again? Shame, shame.
Like,
and they're like,
maybe like
right
really using my eyes.
Yeah, so you're like, wait a minute. That's crazy. Because you see they're still sitting in the same chair. You just look back and you couldn't see them, even though you're like...
Yeah.
Well, you have much work to do. You need to learn how people think, how people feel, and what they do and don't see. Many people miss many things because they are not observant enough to see what is right in front of them.
And Loka will bow and like express like please like teach me your ways of the unseen.
So you will need to continue to work on understanding people. That is what you have to do. The other step is I'm going to hide these red beads around the academy. When you collect 42 of them, then we can talk again.
Excellent.
42. You gotta be kidding me.
That's the answer. You have to collect the answer quantity of them. And yeah, they're not like large beads or anything. They're just standard small little red beads, but they are red.
And be sure to leave out more food for me to have.
Oh, Wraith wouldn't say that. Wraith just claims it.
Wraith just does it. Yeah, he doesn't need
What's
to ask.
funny is what you all are going to start noticing, and feel free to roleplay into it during the next couple weeks. Sometimes while you're eating and stuff, like food just vanishes off your plate. Your cup mysteriously is empty. Whenever Emma goes around,
No, my convenient bag of bread.
I'll be the only one that knows what's up.
exactly.
Strange, I am hungry, but I don't think this hungry. I didn't finish this whole food. Where?
And it's not like, all your food's gone, right? It's just like
a nugget or something. Like something's got...
Yeah, like a few, like a bit of it's gone. Like you had half your cup, and now your cup's empty. You're like, I don't remember finishing it. I had 2 cookies. Why is there only one?
Just going around doing that.
Things like that. So
That stuff can drive people absolutely insane.
Oh yeah.
I know.
They love that, I bet.
Because I can tell you now that the Goe knows exactly how much he cooked.
I think the hardest thing for Emiko will be better understanding people, because she doesn't understand emotions, and like she understands the basics of people, like, you know, like like people are greedy, people like, you know, like she can see like what people will do, but she can't understand their emotions.
Yeah, so that's going to be something that she's going to have to learn to truly harness the full power that Wraith can teach, is you have to understand people and all their motivations and such, their feelings, what they do and don't notice, to be able to be invisible. It's the whole, you know, magician thing, right? People do tricks. A lot of tricks are simply misdirection, where they get your attention to look over here when the thing's happening over on the other side.
Magic is all misdirection.
And so you have to understand what people see, what gets their attentions and their feelings, you know, to focus so that you can then do something over there. So it'll be a fun challenge for Emiko.
She might not see it that way.
Oh, I know. I'm sure she's looking forward to finding a whole bunch of red beads around, too.
42 of them.
Well, that's the
It's
whole
only
you need to be
conveniently
perspective.
5 more.
Right?
This sounds like Assassin's Creed's Feathers quest.
Here's the last 3 of them. All right.
I'm just imagining Emiko just getting fed up and just going to the store and buying this. It's like fucking. Also, I did some digging with Tabby. Oh, go ahead.
I feel like Emiko's gonna be being watched by them.
Like as soon as you go to go, hey, put that back on. Damn it.
Well, it's going to be hilarious because the food and stuff is going to be disappearing, but then you're going to randomly see Emiko be like, ooh, a bead. Emiko, why do you care about the red bead?
Why don't you?
Mind your business, there might be. It's quite a hobby. Oh, by the way, I went digging and I found something that might be interesting. Tabby also helped with this one. It's called Sixth Sense. Your character possesses a rare, maybe unique capacity to receive one of those things. Talk to animals. Can I do that, please? Can I have an unnatural understanding of the language of animals, sense of thoughts of others, even communicate with the spirit or recently dead? This feels pretty good for me. I like that idea. Can I have that idea? Wow.
For Sixth Sense? Yeah, you can go for Sixth Sense if you want.
Yeah. Yippee, I'm a Disney princess now. The little half-bird, little homeless
now, keep
guy.
in mind, communicate with animals that they're talking about, right?
And the other stuff, but that is what
you can
piqued my interest.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, the ability to access your character communicate in limited fashion with the type of entity. So you pick the type of entity, which, like you said, is an animal, and you can communicate with them. That means they have a better understanding of what you're saying. That doesn't mean you can speak their language or that you understand them speaking to you normally. You just can communicate. They understand you better and can communicate some form with you. It's not that they're gonna, spontaneously be able to speak common with you.
It's like, hey, I would like a crumb off the table, please. Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Do I still get the other stuff of the dead and the spirits and all that jazz? There's a couple together.
Pick one type of entity. So when you choose the ability, you decide what type of entity your extrasensory perception applies to. Animals, dead, minds, so on. So you pick an aspect. That is what it's to. So for you, it would be animals. And so on base, you can communicate with them. Now, you can get emotions and impressions and stuff from them. So you do get some communication from it. At higher abilities, you still get improved in Supreme variants of it as well if you upgrade to that. Your character can understand and exchange simple ideas with them. So greater level of it. And you also get a important piece of information relevant to the current encounter.
Okay.
So you do get a little bit of info when you do it as well. So like the rat tells you, hey, there's a key hidden under the table. Right, that sort of thing.
Thank you, local rat.
Now it's not that they speak to you, but they get your attention and like, hey, look, there's a key.
Yeah. Could be something like pose as well, like flying in a certain area. And your character like picks up, oh, that must mean like there's a commotion over there, so we have a direction now to go. Something like that.
Yeah. So they'll communicate with you, but it's not they're speaking to you. I just want to make it clear to viewers.
Body language, something like that.
Right. I'm just making sure it's clear to everyone. It's not that they're like speaking words, but they're communicating. Yes. Supreme is you can have more complex information with them.
At Supreme, can I also maybe use like influence their actions a bit? Like maybe, I don't know.
Not necessarily. You still have to deal with them like a character, but you can communicate with them more as though it's effectively like ordinary speech with them.
Sure. Works for me.
So, at Supreme level, you're able to... You could sit down with Sumo and be like, hey, Sumo, in the next encounter, I need you to do this complex maneuver, and Sumo will understand it because you're using your Supreme communication capabilities with him.
Sumo, I need you to file my taxes. Yeah, that works for me.
I mean, he would try, but he wouldn't actually be capable of doing it.
I don't think 47 can do it, so it works for me.
There you go. But yeah, no, that's a great option.
So like when I heard you say that, I thought about like a dog like tilting their head to the side, like, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So at base, it's low level like that. Improved, it's a little better, and then Supreme, it's basically you can carry on a conversation. They're still not speaking, but you understand them well enough and they understand you well enough that you can communicate clearly.
I assume this is also extends to not tames as well, just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
and
you.
that's why
I
you
want
pick
this.
an entity type.
Yeah, so
I'm ready to be the...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just making it funny. Go ahead.
No, yeah. So yeah. If that's your ability, then you can choose it, and then you just choose the canon now. Now it's just like how do we make? So maybe there's like a master of like nature. He's the one with nature or something like that. Now you just have to integrate it into the like story.
Got you.
So there is a little guy who you're sent to who looks pretty close to a red panda.
Shifu is at you.
Basically. He's standing on a quarterstaff, essentially, with just one foot, and is just sitting there standing, looking out over the woods and where some animals are and stuff. And he's just standing on this pole when you arrive where you were told to go.
Like 47 kind of just walks up. Oh.
What are you doing, young one? You come here for something, yes?
Yeah. He kind of like checks his pocket. They kind of take a crudely written note to make sure this is the right guy. Kind of looks at the note, looks at the guy. Is a bit surprised to see another Ursidae-esque fella. Yeah.
Yes, what is it you want? Do you want feathers?
I'll take it. But no.
When you get them from the birds, go fly, have fun.
It kind of no. No.
Oh, do you want to have a harebrain?
What?
A harebrain.
Sure.
He's like, there's a dead hare over there. You can have its brain.
He kind of just walks over and he grabs it by the foot. I see. He's like holding the rabbit by the leg. He's like, dude.
You're very strange.
Yeah,
I don't know why you'd want a harebrain. That's very strange.
You know what? I'm only gonna have one myself, so I'll take it. But they told me you could teach me a skill, or forgive me, I'm not entirely sure what to do.
You need to play with harebrains. I taught you skill. See? Very good.
Oh,
This guy's a loon.
he's just gonna keep. I like forcing he's just gonna keep this dead rabbit in his pouch.
What
now.
other skills do you seek? The wisdom of the feathers. Birds of a feather flock together, they say. Yes, more wisdom for you.
Ah. Yeah. He kind of backs away from me, he's not really sure what to do. Yeah. He kind of double checks if this is the right guy and not just another crazy guy he met in the woods. He's had a good experience with all the crazy folks he's met in the woods so far.
So, do you know how to speak? I wonder. You seem to have a hard time talking. I wonder what is wrong with your voice.
Smoke inhalation maybe, but yes, I do in fact speak. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, good. What do you want? I'm busy talking with my friends.
There's no one here.
Excuse me, that is rude.
I mean,
He did not mean you. He did not mean you. You are okay. You are okay. Rude.
He kind of like peers over, see what he's got in his hand.
There's just a bug, and then he's like, the bird comes down and lands on his shoulder. He's like, he wasn't talking to you either, apparently. So rude. There's many creatures here to speak with.
Oh, he kind of chuckles, and I've never really considered speaking to them in that regard. He kind of nudges Sumo a bit.
The fish said winter comes early, and the bird says heading south soon.
Oh.
Wait, you can't hear them? You're a strange one indeed.
No. He kind of grabs the dead rabbit. Doesn't say anything. He's kind of like joking, half joking. He's not really sure what to do. He still has a dead rabbit in his pouch.
You grabbed what to talk?
Kind of like, just gave him a dead rabbit. Usually kind of hold his, did he say anything? He's holding the dead rabbit, kind of half joking.
No, he says he's food for that one.
Oh.
Points up to a hawk, who's like eyeing you. He says to let his food go before he eats your face. He says your face looks like bacon. I don't know what bacon is.
I get that a lot, surprisingly.
Wait, what is bacon?
It's like you know what, suddenly I have this imagery that I don't think exists yet, but you know, think about
That's strange Strange hawk, I tell you. So what can I do for you?
I want to do what you do, minus the whole stick thing and the.
You want to stand
Maybe
on a
not
stick?
everything.
It's easy. You get
Maybe not
better
that far.
balance.
Maybe not that part. Maybe everything but that part, honestly.
Wait, so you want to know how to sleep? Curled up in a ball. Well, it's quite simple. What you do is you take your hind feet and you roll them in and tuck your front feet over and tuck your head in. And like he curls up in a ball on top of the stick. And be sure to tuck your tail around to keep everything nice and cozy.
I prefer fetal position, but that works too. But no, he kind of like grabs an ant off the ground. This, I want this.
Be
Not
gentle with him.
specifically
He says you
this.
interrupted his work. Put him down.
Oh,
He's working.
Can like just puts the ant out anywhere in the opposite direction. The guy help me.
No, put him back where he was working. That's not nice. Yes, you're making him travel so far.
Picks up the ant again and is frantically looking for the specific patch of dirt. And he just kind of just sits him down vaguely adjacent to it in the hopes that it's close enough.
You really don't understand these poor creatures.
Not quite. Like Sumo's kind of just politely staring the entire time, just like wagging his tail like a big dopey fella.
He's like, your companion's more intelligent than you, I think.
Ugh.
He's
Honestly,
a good dog.
I don't argue that. Wolf.
He says the
you got any
circus was
choice
not
words?
fun.
I think Quartz is a bit creeped out now. It kind of went from loony old guy to, I don't know. He's okay, Jesus Christ. He kind of like just leans vertically backwards. Like, okay.
Though he does say he
Oh.
appreciates you helped him not get burnt. So that was good.
I'm smart enough for that, at least.
Well, why do you think I'm out here, not in there with all those people who stick their faces in books? Out here, they're much more genuinely intelligent.
I see. I got a thing to do the work for you then, huh?
You
What do
go
I
into the
call
academy,
you?
you find me one person who can tell you when winter's coming. They don't understand. Out here, I talk to the creatures. They tell you when winter's coming. Very good. Yes.
I understand. Sure, I can do that. You want like a date or...
Well, when is winter coming? How bad is winter going to be? Are both very important. Do you know the answer? I do. I talked to the fish this morning. Very smart fish.
I didn't really get that impression from he kind of cuts himself off. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Understood. And he's like backing up. He kind of steps on the ant from before to go talk to someone about it.
You almost do, but you get knocked up into the air by a stick and then knocked to the ground. Don't step on the ant. He's working still.
Okay. I was like, there's the ant over here. How do you walk?
By paying attention, which is something you need to learn. Now, you take your dear friend back to the academy and tell them to be a good pet, okay? Good boy.
Understood. He kind of like limps back, like kind of hesitantly stepping on every little patch of empty grass while he's still that guy's like earshot to come and beat him to death with the stick.
So he is affectionately referred to as the voice of nature by the people in the academy.
Local homeless man beaten to death with stick by the Lorax for stepping on ant.
I like to imagine how strange everyone is today, because like everyone is okay. Like Emiko's walking around, they're looking for beads. Bilvard's like asking everyone, punch me. Yeah. Fox is walking around just like, do you know when winter is? Why? Do you know when winter is? Everyone's crazy now. It's like Gitz is just slicing constantly, shing, 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 at least 1,000 times. Everyone has gone crazy now.
Except for Gyang.
I'd imagine Gyang is challenging everyone to like what their equivalent of chess is. So like he's just going around player after player. Like everyone is up to some silly thing now. It's really fun.
Yep. Which is why this session was called Contacts, Mentors, and Moves.
Oh, it makes sense.
Your moves, and you're getting contacts and mentors.
Would you look at that?
So, you now all have a ability trainer for your ability that you're working towards. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed.
Oh, I love this session. I love the roleplay parts. Those are my favorite.
That's why we do them.
And the mentors were amazing. All of them were very, very well voiced, and they're very iconic. Well done. Bravo!
They're all supposed to be different. They're supposed to all be different because they're supposed to be, you know, characters. Yeah. So, everyone happy with your mentor and what you've learned and where you guys are at?
Oh yeah, very happy. I can't wait to get punched over and over and over.
Yep. I'll be happy to help you with that.
I'll throw rocks at your face.
Amazing. Bilvar wants it all. He's just going around. He's like, yes, hit me. What? What's wrong with you, Bilvar? Hit me as hard as you can.
Try and hit him as fast as I can.
Oh, perfect. We'll be good trading partners. You want to hit quick? I want to get hit.
Bilvard's gonna start looking like Harlan.
That's amazing. That's awesome. That's awesome.
He's gonna be all bruised up, but he's so happy.
Like like a certain other character who became dismembered.
So, yes. So, Abby, if you don't know what he's talking about, go watch the Cyberpunk stuff from like really like early on. 2 years ago? That was.
Oh, I watched it. Amazing.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. You know what Arlen means.
Harlan's known for always being.
Oh my god,
bloody.
this was fantastic.
Yeah. And I think Bilvard is going to be really happy about it. Like every scar and bruises go, yes, I got this from this. I got that from that. So badges of honor.
Yep. Oh. All right. Now, in town, I have a couple smiths, bakers, elders, guards, storytellers, fisherman, cook, calligraphy, master, potter, artists, farmers, scholars, librarians, merchants, herbalists, or healers. Are there any of those that you would want to make as a contact? That's the other thing I was going to give you guys a chance to have someone that you make a contact with.
I'll do the potter just so I can have a like someone that can make specialized containers for like my cooking ingredients or any dishes that I make.
Okay.
I would choose calligrapher because I don't really know that well how to write. I know how to read, but not write. So I've never gotten the opportunity or been taught.
I gave you the name of your potter contact. Zengetsu. You said calligraphy?
Yeah.
So she is revered for her elegant calligraphy. She is the calligraphy master. She also is known to be the one who often teaches children to embrace cultural heritage, and is often found in the town square. She does a lot of work with the youngins and making sure they learn writing and calligraphy. The potter, they're very elaborate and attractive pottery pieces. Some people collect them, and merchants ship them out to places as well. Next, who wants to pick?
I know you just mentioned them, but were there any chefs or like a bar or something like that?
There is baker and there is a cook.
I am definitely at the cook. I think Bilvard likes to eat a lot and eat with everybody, and he's cheering and as they're eating victory meals. So he knows everybody there. He's a regular. He's there like 7 times a day.
So she is works in the the inn. She's like the head cook at the inn.
Let me write this down.
And I sent you the name.
You sent me the name where?
Discord. I sent it to you in the Bilvard chat. So that you
Gotcha.
And you can go ahead and put any notes you want to about the person there.
Okay. I'm on this.
So, Inigo, Young, 47.
I think mine would definitely be like towards the farmers because 47 is already kind of like buddy with them. I think as you mentioned in the drunkard episode that I like knew the family personally, so probably those folk were pretty tight.
Yeah.
Plus they got cows down there. Where them cows at?
That
Need
is
to ask
the
them if it's cold
farmer.
out yet. Indeed.
He often shares his knowledge with his neighbors on farming and stuff. He's kind of the head of the farming community on the outskirts of town. Okay.
Jiang would be interested. I don't know if you said this, but a quartermaster or a provisioner of some sort, someone who orders goods or stores goods or
Merchant. The merchant kind of covers that as well. So there's 3 variants. There's one who enjoys making deals also after sunset because he thinks that they give him a better trade. There's one who is known for being resourceful and has the main marketplace trying to get good prices. He's the one that's across from the inn, that general market that you'd been to. And then there's another one who is known for having colorful textiles and is known for having colorful in a positive way conversation. So very joyful, bright laughter in her conversation and colorful textiles.
Okay.
The closest to just a quartermaster would probably be the one who owns the general store across the street. That's up to you.
So do they organize like food and stuff for the people, like, or does everyone look after themselves? Like who like gets all of the shipments of like college food? And
okay, yeah, that would be the same one who owns the general store. He works for the academy and does a lot of the handling of the goods for the academy, as well as the surplus food goods and everything.
Okay, then that one.
There you go. I sent you his name because that's what it sounded like you wanted.
Thank you.
All right. Emiko, do you have one you'd like?
Well, she does a lot with medicine. I feel like she'd have somebody as a contact in that department. She's also been spending a lot of time with going into alchemists.
Yeah, the healer herbalists are also do some alchemy, depending on which one it is.
Because she wants to learn poisons for science, for healing purposes.
There's one she's known for helping the local people with remedies and often collects her own plants in the forest. There's one she's known for basically supposedly curing pretty much any ailment that the villagers have. So it's two. There's one who works in the main area of the academy healing facilities, who's known for basically curing anything at all. He can figure it out. And then there is one who is known to be a little bit more uncanny in their ability to kind of figure out what's going on and fix problems. And she also works in the academy's medical facility.
She'd probably go to the best.
Well, there's a few that are kind of best in a few different areas, depending on which ones. There's one who can usually figures out what's wrong quickly, uncanny ability to determine what's going wrong. There's one who's able to basically figure out a way to cure even the most stubborn ailments. There's one who is known for doing a lot of ailments throughout the village. So there's two that work in the academy's healing area and two that are more village healers. So one that works in the city as a whole, and then one that's more works in the outskirt villages. The two of them that work in the academy's medical building, one's really good at fixing it, and one's really good at finding out what's wrong. So they kind of work together.
So pretty good that I'd be able to talk to both of them at some point.
Okay. Yeah. So he's basically like the doctor, and he figures out what's wrong, or he fixes what's wrong. Mm-hmm. And she is the one who figures out what's wrong for him. And so the two of them are kind of a tag team. They work together.
Yeah.
So first name you could see is kind of like the doctor. The second name is kind of the nurse or the diagnoser.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Cool. So now you guys have some contacts in the town. I wanted to kind of give you guys some people in the town that you can have as a contact and help you guys have, when you're seeking something, know more of who to go to. So now you have your general mentor teacher who's kind of leading you, guiding you. You have your special ability trainer. And then you have this other contact that you have. So you now have 3 people in town that you know of that you can go and talk with. Sound good?
Sounds great. Just to double check, the mentor is the one, basically the teacher for the whole class, right?
Yeah, there's the mentor who is he oversees your progress as you go through the academy.
Right.
At least until you pick a different one, which would be next year, not this year, not in our year, but in character year.
In character year.
And so he's kind of making sure you get your education, overseeing where things are at. Your ability trainer is the one who's teaching you your special ability. So that's the Black Tortoise for you. And then the third one was the, city contact, village contact, however we want to put him, which for you was the cook.
The inn cook, yeah.
Yeah, talented cook who works in the inn, making lots of great recipes and feasts. So, you've been having a lot of cooking from her and those under her. Cool.
Okay. Thumbs up.
I like that we have a specific mentor for education and progress, and half the cast canonically cannot read or write.
Yeah. Zangetsu's working on it.
For what it's worth, I can read and write because I just want to add that.
I'm just gonna read and don't write. We cannot.
Well, you've been getting
I hope we can
chastised
read
about
and
that. So, Liu, your mentor, keeps getting on you guys, being like, hey, you really need to learn to write. It's part of the process. If you haven't learned, you need to. Reading and writing is important. Reading and writing is important. You need to learn to read and write. So you keep getting told this. So you're welcome to play to that as we continue as well.
I'm
Because you are
imagining the
being
one
told the
needlessly
importance of
angry
it.
father, like yelling at their kid with their math homework. What's 4 times 7? I don't know the numbers.
I don't
Write your name in
know.
cursive.
His number, I guess.
Yeah, so he's not quite that, but he's definitely telling
He's
you
upper
you
butts.
need to make a point to make it done. It's more the scolding old teacher from school who's like, you really shouldn't do that. You need to make sure you learn to do it properly.
Okay.
You're going to regret it if you don't listen to me.
I'll do it.
So, that covers that, and that. Excellent. I think that covers pretty much the main beats that I had planned for tonight. Yes. The only other thing was, as school goes on, you're welcome to find another mentor who's going to be a longer-term mentor at the school or teacher. If there's a certain style or not an ability you want to learn, that's specific mentor for that ability. There's also mentors who teach more general stuff, so group dynamics or things like that, where you can all wind up actually having different mentors that you then work under that kind of continue your education through, but you'll still be doing things together even if you don't have the same mentor, since you kind of, room next to each other and you're the same year at school. Do you guys want to stick with the same mentor, or do you think you'd want to find a mentor who more specializes in the sort of stuff you're looking for?
Can we all have specific? Is this one mentor that envelops all of us, or can we have specific mentors to each of us?
You could have different ones for each of you.
Okay, I'll think about this. I'll think about it.
It's basically the mentor is the one who's overseeing your. Think of it as like a mentor or teacher coach who's overseeing your education progress. Right? So who do you want to oversee your curriculum and your education?
I'd like to find a mentor that could help me with both the combination of the blade and magic and learning to combine them effectively.
Okay.
I think I definitely
put that in the Discord on Zangetsu, so I can put a thought to that. And if you have a name or anything you want to come up with for some ideas for that character, feel free to do so. Tabby, you're talking for Bilbard what?
I think for Bilvard, I'd want a mentor that's very like practice first, basic life saving, and so maybe they take us on little missions sometimes where we have to help a town with something, or there's an emergency or something. Basically, get some experience with how to deal with emergency situations and how to help when the time comes. Basic life saving skills. And so I'd imagine this would be like a pretty strict mentor, but they really care about you and they want, they want to teach you how to help. And yeah, so something that is very in practice. They're teaching you what to do in a survival situation where, there are people who are like about to drown. How do we save this person? Basic CPR, or like they're trapped somewhere. What do we do to get them out? There's a fire. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and put that, like I told him, do the same. Put it in Discord and have it there under Billard. That gives you and me a place where you can have those details and we can have it recorded and stuff. We're talking it here so that viewers also get to know what Bilvar is looking for.
Okay. I'm saying this in Discord as well, but I would think a mentor who is kind of maybe like a careers advisor in a school, someone who researches posts for graduates or connects individuals into tasks fitting their skills, someone who hears about issues local and abroad and assigns appropriate help. This sort of like more like connected individual who is looking to, hear about things, connect people, get people help is kind of the sort of mentor that I think Giyang would look for.
Sounds good. $47, Emiko, Galway.
I mean, I think having another priest as a mentor would be super great. Just to hammer home the general aura of like being a priest and like following tenets and like keeping him grounded in his personal mission, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
Michael's just gonna see how everything plays out and see if she'll move on to another mentor or not.
Okay. $47.
I'm not too sure. Maybe like a secondary, like maybe like this proper etiquette that'll maybe help him with his stealth. Like, in order to, want to blend in and be believable, you have to be normal looking. Like, hey, like, don't do that. That's weird. That's a weird thing to do. You weird man. Go shower. Okay. Dress appropriate.
So you looking for a mentor who will teach you more etiquette and proper conduct?
Maybe to kind of help with stealth, like kind of blend in more. I think I stick out a bit more. I have good deception, but like I am not the most trustworthy looking fellow.
Yeah. Okay. And like I said,
Right.
you guys...
I mean, to be fair, like having a New York accent in Eastern region probably isn't helpful. I'm kidding. It's fine.
Come on, I'm walking.
Not everyone can be as trustworthy as Emiko. Just not possible.
Yeah, we're not all Emiko.
Not everyone can be Emiko. We take what we can get.
All right. And yeah, like I told the others, feel free to put the details in your character on Discord. That way we can communicate there on it, and I can work on implementing any of your ideas But I wanted to wrap up today with you guys working towards the future on these characters. I know we didn't have combat. The last 2 sessions were nothing but combat, so it kind of balances out a bit. We have 6 minutes, so as we wrap up, is there anything else for any of you that you have questions, things you want to share with viewers, RP things that you'd like to hit up with each other?
I mean, I want to say that like RP is not really my skill set. Like it's not my thing. I'm not very good at it. But being able to have these sessions that focus more on RP, that gets me to get reps, is really helpful. So I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, it's actually my favorite part. These are the parts that I look forward to the most. I love seeing the characters talk. Really cool.
And the fact that
That
this
being
is
said,
the fact that this is a more narrative based like system or like whatever, it makes that much more important for good RP.
Heather?
Yeah, Heather.
Oh, I was just gonna make a funny. I don't have anything important to say. Then there was a
Okay.
3-way combat sequence between Zane, Bilvard, and Z-Bear Fellow, just punching the hell out of each other for practice.
Yeah. Question about that actually. Our next session, because you kind of worded it in a way that I just want to check. You said like these are our mentors for the like next year and stuff and blah blah blah. Our next session, will it start like this day or the day after, or like when does the next
Probably
session
not.
start?
I need to work on that a little bit. I'm wrapping my head around it. I will post in the general channel for the game those details once I have them.
Okay.
It'll probably be a month or 2 down the road.
Okay. So I think then, as well as like doing all the training, I think Bilvard would be kind of excited to see how everyone is doing and what masters they have. What I'm excited to see is who they like Bilvard gets accustomed to and grows with. I wonder if these like different masters and stuff are and the mentors will bring unite some of us, even though we're in separate areas. Maybe we'll realize, oh, you have a mentor that's similar to mine. Like, what did you learn? And so we go closer in that front. That would be interesting to see how the dynamic between us grows, especially Emiko, because they have to learn about how people act and stuff, and they hate people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say hate. Just don't
Bull.
be near me.
Malarkey.
Stay away, like
There's
6
no
feet.
tolerance for foolishness.
Yeah,
I
like
don't hate you, bro. But the only way I touch you is with a 6-foot pole, and I'm hitting you with it. That's just the only way I touch you.
So, on that topic, as the last thing for the session, Emiko, I need you to roll a perception check.
yay. There you go. Normal difficulty?
Mm-hmm. Two successes. I need you to roll 2d10.
I'm getting scared now.
Yeah, this is scary.
You can do
Did
/R
I put-
2d10.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I had to do it twice or if I could just put the number.
Yeah, just /R 2d10.
Okay.
You found, when you pick up next session, you found 12 red beads so far.
Yeah, I'm getting closer,
So you
guys.
can put that in you can put that as a note in your character sheet that you have 12 of 24 or 12 of 42 red beads. I'm a little lexic sometimes. So my words switch the number order. But yes, 12 of 42 red beads for Wraith.
Yeah. Emico's just like,
Chat.
oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. So annoyed right now.
Chat, I thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed. Join us next week as we continue this amazing storyline. I do hope you are all enjoying it. Thank you to the wonderful players for the great jobs they did. And be sure to join us next time. Till then, as always, enjoy the story. We'll catch you guys next time.
Adios.